I recently took a class taught by Sabrina Lavelle of Scrappy Tails, learning how to make a tri-fold Winter Wonderland card. I was so impressed by the die set and the many ways to use it. Of course I had to buy it, along with many others in their booth. Here's the first card that I made. It is a single pop-up, and it says, "Did someone say birthday treats?" It stands up on its own, and it has these two adorable dogs with their treats. So I made it into a birthday card for a dog lover, and I know so many dog lovers, and I know they would love this card. This is the die set that I used. It is birthday dog treats, and of course then I used the tri-fold pop-up, but this time for a single pop-up. So here's another card that we made. When we were in class, we used the Winterscape Rustic Log Cabin die set and the Winterscape's Tall Trees and Deer die sets, and of course I had to bring those home as well. So I made this card. It's a Thinking of You card, but not necessarily for winter, and it is a double door one with that rustic cabin and a bunch of trees, and then it stands up and then folds flat to mail. This is a Loons stencil that I also got at the show from the Northwoods Rubber Stamps Company. And of course, all the details on all the cards that I share will be on my blog, and links to the blog post and products featured are in the description box. Another of the favorite booths at the Novi, Michigan Stamp Show was the Brass and Bliss Craft Company. And I couldn't resist these adorable Build an Owl die, especially when I saw the Owl Halloween add-ons. Aren't they cute? And then this one here, I know my grandson's going to love any card that I make with the googly eyes. So I made this card. It's another single one. The single ones, of course, are the fastest to make, but they lay flat. They'll go into a 5x7 envelope. Happy Halloween. And then we have a really cute dress-up owl, another one here, the googly eyes, and on the front I said boo. Now of course these dies were not made specifically for this die set, and I found they were a little wide, so if I had tried to put a second one here it wouldn't have shown, so I just went with boo on the front and that cute owl, and then another one up there, and then Happy Halloween here. So I am going to show you, I have shown you two ways to make cards with this innovative die set. So let's make a triple trifold pop-up card now. We start by cutting 3 panels with these dies here. So these larger dies, you cut 3. The one in the center, you cut off the side piece. So you have 3 pieces that are going to make the trifold. There is a layering die there, and I cut out this beautiful winter scene paper with that. And this card, this is going to be the centerpiece. So we're going to work on that first. We cut out this piece here that has the slots in it, and I've put some strong 2-sided tape on there. I'm going to use a combination of tape and glue. Lately I've been doing that. Of course the tape grabs immediately, but the glue gives you a little wiggle time and also is very, very permanent. So I kind of like using both, and that's what I'm going to do. So I have my favorite Bearly Art glue here. And this is going to go on the back of this centerpiece, and what I like to do is lay it down and center it right against the fold and then press. So that is ready to go. There are some slot pieces that are part of the die set, 2 longer ones and 1 shorter one. I have again put two-sided tape on these pieces here, and I will get them ready. These are what hold up the scenery or whatever you decide to pop up in the center here. I like to just slide them through the folded side, I guess, the sides with the angle on them, and then just attach this to the bottom. That's a real easy way to do it. So again, slide it through, straighten it out, and then press down. There's number 2. And then the front one's a little shorter. We'll put that through. I'll straighten it out and I'll press it down, and there's our 3 pieces that are going to have various scenes on them. So I don't figure you need to watch me do the die cutting or any of the piecing of things together. That takes a little while, and you know, I'm just basically showing you how to put together a trifold. So I have cut out the pieces and created a winter log cabin, and that's going to go on the front here. And then I have cut out some trees, and they're going to go on the second and third ones here. So I'm going to try to figure out, Sabrina suggests working on the last one first, and we also have these little tab pieces, and that's what's going to hold up each one of these different elements that you're going to put here. So if we just put a tree on here and wanted it to stand, it would be a little floppy. So in her genius designing, her and her mother, they have added the tabs to this, and that's what's going to hold this to that, and then the second one to that, and the first one to that. So it really does work well. So I'm going to figure out, I think I want the silver one there, the glittery one there, and then the log cabin, I think. We'll start with that. So I am going to put some tape along the bottom here. But again, also some glue to make sure it holds up really, really well. So I think we'll put this one kind of over to the left. Press that down. And then we're going to take one of these tab pieces and remove the two-sided tape. And I think I'm going to put it about there. I'm hoping you can see that. Now I want to figure out when this is closed where this will attach. But I think the best thing to do is to just put it across. I'm just going to press it lightly. Now if I close this, yes, it will lay flat. And then let's give this a good push. Then next, I'm going to attach this glittery set. I have one extra one. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it or not, but we'll see if we feel we need another tree. Whoops. I'm going to need that tab. Don't throw it away. Now you can go crazy and put all sorts of trees and, you know, but I think this is going to be pretty just the way, with just the 2 sets of trees and the cabin. So we're going to attach that. And then I'm going to prepare another support, I guess it could be called. So this I want to go centered, but where it will grab that back tree. Make sure that's set up good. It seems to be straight there. I want to make sure that's set up before I move it too much. Oh, it doesn't really want to stick. You know why? That's that glitter paper. Okay, let's try a good strong glue dot. So I'm gonna that seems better. That is sticking better to the glitter paper, and they should close. Now this one always goes a little taller, but it still fits in the envelope, so I'm not going to worry about that. I did trim it off on one of the cards I made, but I don't think it's a problem. So the first 2 layers are done. Then I'm going to take good 2-sided tape again along the bottom of the cabin. Oops, you know what? I made that too long, didn't I? Because that's a smaller tab there. Let's see if I can lift up some of this. Otherwise, I can neutralize it too with some powder if I can feel that it's sticking out too far. But this seems to be rolling up pretty good. I guess I should have put it right on there, right? Yeah, that would make more sense. But I think we're okay. Again, I have a powder tool. I can neutralize it if I think it's sticking too much to the sides. And it might still be out a little too far. But let's put it on and see, okay? I can feel the stickiness where it shouldn't be. So I have several powder tools. This is EK Success. I can just pounce that on the tape where I don't want it to stick. And now it has been neutralized. which is a good thing to know. Now this, I think I am going to definitely add a glue dot, perhaps to both sides. For sure on the one that's sticking to the glitter paper. So add one here. Makes sense to put one on both sides, even though the front probably would stick without it, but it's good to have it stick, double stick, right? Alright, so we're going to put this about there, I think. And then I want it to be straight across there. And our scene is complete with the cabin and the 2 trees, and it will fold up and then stand. And now we're going to put the sides on. So the die allows for a very thick scene here. It has a gusset that can be 1 or 2 wide, and I've put tape on here. I'm not sure when it is flat if I need 1 or 2. Let's see if this seems to be wide enough. I think it is. I think what I'm going to do is use the tape, but also add some glue. And I'm going to put it, the glue on that second fold, so I have a gusset of just 1, I don't know, is that a 1/4 inch? 1/8 inch? I'm not sure. So I'm going to line this up with that second line, and even on the bottom, I hope. And then I'm going to do the same here. I did create a scene with another die from them. It is the winter window die set, and I have that pretty pattern paper behind it, and I thought that would look very pretty there. So we're going to add that before we attach it. And then this is going to be the front. So I did create an embossed piece with ornaments and a sentiment wish for the front. And this is the layering die that comes with the set. I grabbed it quick, but it's pretty straight. A little bit to the side, but oh well. So once again, I have the tape, and then I'm going to put glue on the second part, and then line it up with the second line. Whoop. Which is kind of hard to see, but So the card will fold like this and then like this. I decided that we needed something on this as they're opening it, so I cut another pretty piece of that two-sided Christmas or winter scenes. Sabrina had used this in class and I thought it was so pretty, so I asked her and she shared where she got it. So I have a link in my description box to where you can find this on Amazon. And then I have a deer from one of the sets from Scrappy Tails, ready to go. So it lays relatively flat. It would take 2 stamps, but I don't think it would take any more than that. And then they open it up, and then they open it up again, and then this piece comes down and stands up for display, which I'm sure that they will, with a pretty cabin and some trees. So our Christmas Wishes trifold is done, and I'm going to save this one for somebody really special on my list. I hope my cards inspire you to give some of the ideas and products a try.